Good morning. How are you? What's new? I am fighting with the internet, but it's not raining. We're looking for positivity. Every time I turn it off Wi-Fi, I it says I'm not connected to the internet. I have an Ethernet cord plugged in. So that shouldn't be happening. Anyway, at least I have a few people. Good morning. Let me find comments. Where did my comments window? I swear. Window. Comments. Ah, 4 to 6 inches of snow, Kelsey. You're not talking me into Wyoming with that talk. I got. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. I'm trying. Good morning. I'm just gonna smile because what else is there to do? Let's find. This morning we have a new pattern, so we got that going for us. Thank you, Mom. I'm on YouTube and on Facebook apparently, so at least we have that going for us. I also have hello. Could not find. I see it on Facebook, so I was late. I will say that I was running late. All right, now I can even see names on Facebook. Good morning. All right, I'm gonna take some coffee. So I was an idiot, and I stayed up way too late finishing my book. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, it's not insomnia. It's just bad choices. I would have been fine, except Jeff has wanted to watch this movie with me and Reevy forever. It's called Hunt for the Wilder People. It's on Netflix, and it's funny. It's super quirky and super funny. But we kept trying to watch it and get the three of us in one place without little kids because there's a couple things that are, I don't know. I just didn't know what to expect. I don't like to be surprised. I'm trying to tell you the name of the book too because somebody just asked me. So it was another Emily Henry book. Oh my gosh, sorry. It's like all catching up with me. It's been like go, go, go all morning. I really enjoy Emily Henry. If you remember last week or maybe during the family live, we were talking about The Love That Split the World, also by Emily Henry. I believe that's one of my top 5 books this year, which is saying a lot because I've read close to 100 books already. Good morning, Katie. I just started using the Libby app for my public library, and a lot of them are on hold for a really long time. And so as they come up, I just read them. So Beach Read was the one that I just finished, which is kind of a funny name because I judged it based on its cover, which is, whatever, that it would be a light and fluffy read. And it was to an extent, like it's definitely, but it dives into authors and how their books are written. And Emily Henry, man, she has this depth to her that I really appreciate. It's like, they're not so dark that they're hard for me, but like I find myself rereading passages because I know that there's more I can get out of it. Does that make sense? Like this morning I woke up and I read the epilogue again because it just it makes me happy. That's funny, Kelsey. So yeah, it's I'm loving it. I just finished that one, and then Libby told me that a new one just came up, The Last Garden in England. I don't know anything about it. I can't remember why I put it on my list, but it sounds good. By Julia Kelly. I actually think I put The Last Garden in England on my list after I read The Last Bookshop of London. Those sound similar, right? Different authors. I also really liked The Last Bookshop of London. Good morning, Dixie. So yeah, reading. That's. But I stayed up late watching a movie with Reevy and Jeff, And so then I was like, well, I got to finish my book. I mean, come on. Good morning, Heidi. Hi, Heinrich. But we have a new pattern. So let's talk about that because that's what we're here for. Good morning, Angela. We have the Edith Crop top and tunic. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. It's a crop top and tunic. There's no dress option, is there? Because I just spent a good 5 minutes looking for dress pictures. That's how my life is going right now. I think, oh, I already bought it. Look at you. This pattern's going to do well. I will go ahead and claim that right now. Let's see. How do I share my screen? I'm having a moment. A moment. Woo! Somebody else already bought the Edith and will be cutting and sewing it today. I can't wait. Wait, you're looking at Facebook. You don't need to see Facebook. My brain is just not comprehending. Can everybody feel that? There we go. Good morning. I love that y'all can just see my Facebook feed. At least you can see the comments. All right. Good morning. So, I have to say, I shared 2 of Laura because she's sewing for fun now. What's that about? I don't know if that's allowed. We actually had both Rochelle and, Laura, as you know, recently left 5 out of 4 to do her own thing, and that is super exciting. We'll be sharing more details of that as she gets it up and running. But, yeah, I'm obsessed. I think you're going to love these. So we have the lovely April and the lovely Laura here. I actually have 2 of Laura because she made a short sleeve version and a long sleeve version with the extended cuffs. So here we go. What? Wait, can you see this one? No, you can't. Let me move this over here. That helps me. So as you can see, Edith features a really beautiful boat or bateau. Laura looking good. That's right. I'm obsessed with this autumn colored one, Laura. I don't think you're online, although you are drinking hot coffee somewhere. I just saw that. And then we have a super cute crop version. Why did this one come in so small? Here we go. And a sweater net. That looks super cozy and lovely, and I love it. And then we have the lovely Tiffany. I think I have this fabric. That's why I pulled this one up, because it was inspiring, and this is in my color. I love this color. Here is Kelsey. I think this is from Kelsey. Gave us an up close and personal view of the collar. I love it. It hides my bra straps, and yet it's still something slightly different, and it can be dressed up. You feel me? So here's another cute picture from Kelsey. So cute. All right, that is what I have. So as usual, it has Edith crop top and tunic. Features a full bust adjustment pattern piece as well as a regular bodice, so that's always helpful. And it's going to be on sale through next Sunday. You want to know the date? I could tell you the date, like the 18th. 17th. Man, I almost told you the date. The 17th. So, yeah, go show some love on that one. We are almost, I'm actually going to check while I'm talking to you. We're almost to 40,000 members over in the 5 out of 4 group. And the question always comes up is, do we celebrate now, or do we wait and have a bigger celebration at 50,000, and how long will it really take us to get there? I have no idea how long it'll take us to get there. In fact, I have no idea how long it took us to get here. I mean, I guess 7 years. But at some point, it has to be like the snowball, right? Where do I see? I think that I have like activity log, group quality, growth. Here we go. Facebook will tell me. So we grew less than 1% in the last month. But 1% would be like 3,000 people. Is that 1% or is that 10%? Oh, my brain. Anywho, I'm on my second cup of coffee, but again, I stayed up a little late, so not gonna lie. Yeah. No, okay. I was right. 10%. That's sad. Anyway, it does not show me how long it took us to grow 1,000. So, like, wow. It's not fast, in case you're wondering. And when it only tells me like the last 60 days instead of like the last year, that's frustrating. Oh, Lord. I'm trying to use my brain look. So we started the year at how many? Facebook does not want to tell me. No, that's active members. I don't know. We started the year somewhere. Oh, so since the beginning of the year, we've grown roughly 3,000 people, it looks like. Yeah, not a lot. Maybe we should celebrate. Yes, 1% of 40,000 is 400. So it's not a fast growth. It is a interesting. I love it when I see like jumps, like where we lost people, whatever. You know, it's probably not healthy to keep looking. Aw, who said that? I'm gonna miss the name because of Facebook not telling me names. I'm trying to get there. Oh, Mary. Well, we will be thinking about him, Mary, though. Ugh, no coffee. Yeah, that's not good. I remember one time we had like the Mr. Coffee with the glass carafe. And as I was cleaning it, I hit it against the edge of the sink, and it had to be 6 a.m. or something. And it just shattered. And it was like, yeah, no. I think so too, Ange. Our brand ambassadors are killing it, especially over on YouTube, which reminds me, if you look over in the Facebook group, I'm looking for it now, but So Live with Sarah Duffy. She's one of our brand ambassadors, and this week on Wednesday, she is cutting out the Ryan Raglan, and it's 11 a.m. Pacific time over on YouTube. Glass giraffe. Well, you know. So if you want to see her sew up the men's Ryan Raglan, or just the Ryan Raglan, then check that out. So the YouTube channel is So Live, and that's SEW Live, and that'll be fun. We've had both the Rocket and the Ryan on sale recently, so if you haven't sewn those up, that would be super helpful. Plus, with the live video, you can say, hey. She also says she's going to be using her serger and her cover stitch, so if you have questions about your cover stitch, or gasp, you're one of the millions of people, okay, maybe not millions, one of the lots of people who keeps their serger and or cover stitch in the box because it's overwhelming, go check her out. Go ask some questions. A brand ambassador. So we opened up applications. I don't know how often we're going to open up applications. Probably once a year. But basically, instead of having like an ambassador, what did we call it before? Instead of just like a promo team, we changed the way we're doing stuff, and we have brand ambassadors. So this group of people, because it's not just women, y'all, can write guest blog posts, do videos for us, test patterns, just promote our weekly sales, all sorts of stuff. They really just help spread the love for 5 out of 4. A lot of these people already have an online presence, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. So yeah, that's what the brand ambassadors are. It's nice. It feels like I wanted to make it more of another community of people with like goals. And so I want to help, like, let's use Sarah Duffy. Sarah is actually in my art class, which I am behind in. Sarah, if you're watching, you're probably not because you're West Coast, but I'm behind. I need some accountability over there, and I need to catch up. How do I get notified when it is open again? If you're getting notifications from the 5, actually, honestly, it will be in the 5 out of 4 patterns group, which is our main Facebook group. It will also be in the newsletter. Facebook can be super sketchy on whether or not it tells you the things that you want to know. Ask me how I know. But I'm pretty good about putting stuff in the newsletter. Newsletter comes out on Friday. It's super funny and awesome. I mean, it's a newsletter. But yeah, I try and keep it somewhat entertaining. Is there a list of all the brand ambassadors and their websites YouTube? Probably not, but that would be pretty cool. If anybody's listening, somebody make a list. I mean, I have a list, but it didn't occur to me to share it. Here comes Madeline in her penny pajamas. Madeline, I'm live right now. Do you want to say hi? We have multiple kids spending the night at our house this weekend, but it's also a school holiday. You have to come all the way over here. Hi. This is her. You finally woke up. That's good. This is like the latest you've ever slept.
That's because I was sleeping with Zia, and last night she couldn't sleep, so I invited her into my bed, and we slept really well together. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad you got some sleep. It's 10 a.m. All right.
That's why we slept in.
Make sure you feed her. Okay?
Okay.
I love you. There you go. So yes, it is. I should post this. There you go. I'm catching up on the comments. Sorry. Yeah, we have, I think, just two. A third one was invited, but it got too late and they missed the text. And yeah. Aw, she does. She's got those dimples. She gets me. And good hair. Anyway, it's like effortless, like her older sister. So yeah, we've got kids spending the night. It's a madhouse. And if my internet, like I've been fighting with my Ethernet because I wanted to get it off Wi-Fi because I knew so many kids were online. It's a losing battle, y'all. So I have one more day of them at home. It's all good. It's good. It's good, I promise. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm getting lots done. In the good news, let's see. Yesterday, let me show you because they look beautiful. Hold on. I gotta find. They're here somewhere. I'm working on my Mia pants. So if you remember, I want to do like a video and a blog post to show how different fabrics react with the Mia pants. So these are for Jenny, because she's going to get a lot more wear out of these. I did add pockets for her this time. Let me tell you again what this type of fabric is called, because it was a little finicky to sew up. Somebody is calling me now. All right, sorry. Here it is. It is a Mood. This is from Mood Fabrics, and it's a viscous twill. It's called Mood Exclusive Twilight Blue Blossom Detonation. But they are so super flowy. They're all done except for a hem. I think I might mark the hems all at once. Viscous twill. So, this is I won't necessarily say this is the first time I've ever sewn with viscous twill, but it's the first time I ever paid attention and was trying to, make sure I captured how it was to sew with it. A little finicky, not the easiest. It's a woven, but it definitely had some give, and I really, really recommend. Does it feel like twill? No, not at all. So Jenny, that is actually the word twill in there, I think that has to do with more the way that it's woven together. In fact, I'm gonna yeah, it's a major type of textile weave. It's a diagonal rib. There you go. Twill weaves have a distinct, often darker colored front side called the wale and a lighter back. So yeah, it just has to do with the type of weave, not necessarily the weight of the fabric. But it feels absolutely beautiful. What did Angela say? What are the best woven fabrics for clothes? I've gotten better with knits, but I'm lost with wovens. Most of our local stores are quilting, so I'd have to order online. So that's what I am doing. I bought a whole bunch. So it depends what you're making, obviously. For, can you see the diagonal weave? No, you can't. It feels, the word I described it was sublime. Like it is magical. Um, it's not a bottom weight necessarily, so it would be great for a skirt or something that you want a lot of drape with. So Mia pants are perfect. The Sally skirt, the woven option would be perfect. Quilting cotton is fine for clothing. It does not have a great drape, so it depends what you're trying to do with it. Like boxer shorts, quilting cotton's great. Hi Kim, I was supposed to be in Huntsville, but my trip got canceled. The other fabrics I'm trying out are chambray and like one of the washer linen blends from Kaufman. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a whole bunch of different types of fabric strictly for the Mia pants, just so you can see how the drape of the fabric affects the fit and the look and the style, blah, blah, blah. I also have what is this one? A rayon crepe, which is not as soft. I think if it were a dress, it is a little bit, hold on just a second, I'll come back to it. It would be a little nicer, but we'll see how it works with the pants. I like soft things, and I cannot lie. Stephanie asked, is it like Shelly? This one is. It's not sheer, which Shelly sometimes can be, but the drape is similar, and the weight feels similar. I love rayon Shelly. So yeah, I worked on that this weekend. I'm working on a special project for Miss Virginia. That's my daughter Jenny. She's in cotillion this season. Her choice. I'm just saying that. And they're having a 50s party where I can honestly say most people will show up in poodle skirts. But she asked for a shirt dress, and I've always wanted to make one. And I really want a pattern, but right now I'm just like drafting it to fit her. But I'm on my second iteration, my second version, if you will. And yeah, hopefully I'll get that sewn up today. It'll be fun. Other than that, I'm looking at my sewing table. I have a pair of penny pajama pants, and I have a pair of ninja leggings that I just need to fit, like legging shorts that should be here right behind me, but I don't know where I put them. You know, all good things. Let's see what I missed over here. You know, it's not too wrinkly either, Kelsey. Like, I mean, these have just been balled up. I'm not the best. It's not too bad. The one thing that I would say you have to be careful with, you're definitely going to want to press your side seams. Because I know, like, and you're not going to want to stretch to, I mean, you never want to do this, let's be honest. When you're sewing side seams and inseams, please just pin. Hold on, I'm live, dude. What's up? They can hear you. Okay. No. Why are you barking at Reevy? Well, she's just going to want back in. She's just protecting me. Good morning, Reevy. So it does not wrinkle that badly now. How about that? And that important interruption was all about somebody left a Coke Zero in the basement and can we drink it? Ew. Like what? I did a little bit of both, Colleen. Why did I do that? I feel like I've been fighting my both my serger and my sewing machine. But I did sewing machine first and then followed up with serger. Some of that was because I was too lazy to put in a third needle on my serger. You know. Sorry, Jenny. You know what? She came right back. She just protects me. I don't know who she was protecting me from. Stupid questions, perhaps. This would also be good for the Lola pants. Do, do, do. Let's see. This is one of them that Jenny decided I could have. I didn't even have to fight her for it. I don't know if that means that it's like an old lady pattern. I actually thought she would like this. But she did pick the pinstripes. So I'll be making myself some out of these. Yay. I actually have a date night for Friday, and so maybe, probably not. Maybe I'll get them done. We'll see. I already have the pattern cut out. That's like half the battle, right? It's a super quick and easy pattern to sew up, so it would be nice. That's what I was gonna say. Oh, I'm sorry, Sue. I actually started this thought and I didn't finish it, and it's a I won't say pet peeve because that sounds really kind of negative. It's a common issue. How about that? Yes. You must always go the same way. Colleen, um, I would assume that's if you don't have a walking foot, right? It's because it's pushing the fabric. Colleen says, you know how I go on about sewing the seams a certain way on the serger. Always have the front of the bodice or the front of the pants up on a serger because they'll naturally, the seam allowances will naturally want to push toward the back that way. Colleen is a big proponent of this. But on a sewing machine, you should always sew in the same direction. And I'm assuming that thought is because without a walking foot on your sewing machine, it's going to push the seam, like push the fabric a little bit. I love the floral embroidery too, Jenny. Okay, so what I was saying before, you should always, 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 I cannot say this enough, always. Just think of me. Think of me looking down lovingly. When you pin, 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 pin. At the top and bottom, at the inseam, wherever, pin, and then sew. Don't just hold them together and sew and line them up, okay? Because that's just no bueno. Part of that is on a sewing machine, you're gonna sew, like you start at the top, you hold them together, you just sew. It's gonna push it. Any type of fabric with any sort of give is gonna be pushed on the top because your sewing machine, unless you have a walking foot on there, isn't gonna keep the fabric together. Now, even a walking foot, it might not push it at the same speed. Pin. That way you can always keep it together. And a lot of times you have to ease the inseam, like the back inseam, together with the front inseam around the thigh. Because, clips are fine, Bridget. Pin or clip. My bad. Pin or clip. But anytime, like this one especially, if I did not pin them together, one of them would have been longer. And then that messes up the grain of the fabric. Once you get the leg grain off, you got all kinds of funky things going on. And they'll look okay, but this is one of the major differences between homemade and handmade. Y'all, homemade's not bad. Don't jump on me. But pin. Pin. All right. Good morning, Kathy. Or clip. Clip. Wash away winter tape is your best friend when you're trying to match stripes. Do I use it? Okay. On my old machine, I left my walking foot on there all the time. On my new machine, I do not. It's a little bit of a frustration for me because this is a really nice machine. This is the Baby Lock Aria, and I'm staring at it longingly. And I'm actually going to show you the size of the dual feed foot. And this is why I don't leave it on there. Oh, Colleen, really? So, Colleen, that doesn't work for me. Do you use a cover stitch machine? Because I've tried the whole, okay, let me back up. Yes, that's it, Stephanie. On my old machine, I had a Emerald 183 from Husqvarna. It was fine. I'd bought it used, so it already had some computer issues. It would turn on but not turn on type thing. And then when I took it in to get serviced, it didn't do that. Anywho, But I would leave the walking foot on there because if I tried to top stitch anything on that machine without a walking foot, it was stretched out, not good. But on this machine, it has like an automatic presser foot adjustment, and then I can also go in and do it manually. And for some fabrics, it's fine top stitching without a walking foot. It does okay. I still prefer to either use my cover stitch with the dual feed or, have the walking foot on here. This is the dual feed foot for my current machine. Dear Baby Lock, this is terrible. That is all. So this is slightly different from a walking foot. I have a walking foot here because when I went into my sewing machine store and complained about this, they sold me a walking foot, but unfortunately they sold me a walking foot for a machine that was either, I think it must have been a low shank machine, so everything sat lower because it didn't actually work on my machine. So that was $60, and it's too far away for a woman with 6 kids to get there, and now I'm outside the window and I'm super grumpy. So Dixie, here's my question for you. It's honking big. When I have it on there and I'm doing, say, sweatshirt material, the fabric gets caught in between, what do you call that? The arm and this. And so it starts to bunch up. So Dixie, I want to know, tell me why. Okay? Because it's not my friend. It's okay, but it's so big. I just want my regular walking foot. Do you hear me? Dixie and I are going to reconvene. She's going to tell me what I'm doing wrong. Because I did. I went in and asked at my local sewing store, and they did not have an answer for me. Oh, well, all right. I don't like that problem. For a machine that's this expensive, I should not be having this problem. You feel me? I do use it to top stitch though. I'll put it on there for that because it's needed. Anyway, Dixie, what machine do you have, by the way? Beth. Mine is not a Juki though. Ginny, I pretty much think I could hire somebody to come into my house and sell everything I would like to sell. That is not something I'm necessarily good at. Dixie, I need you to sell me on this foot, okay? That's interesting. Oh, a luminaire. There you go. Interesting. Why would brother take this foot? I don't like how my fabric gets caught underneath it. Even a quilt can get caught. It's just not enough room. That's why I like the regular walking foot because it dips down and comes back up. And so nothing gets caught. Yeah, not a fan. I'm missing some comments. Sorry. Actually, maybe YouTube is just very, very quiet. Oh. Daniel asked, what was I saying about pinning side seams? Hopefully you're being sarcastic because I said it so many times. I was just saying to make sure you pin at the top and bottom for your out seams. Oh, there you go. I did not know that. Because sometimes your sewing machine can push the fabric. Even on my serger, if a child comes in and plays with the dual foot speed, it can push it one way or hold it back. It's just really good practice to pin at the top and bottom, pin all the way down. Inseam is really important because a lot of times the back inseam will be slightly longer than the front inseam, and they need to be eased together to go up over a tush or around thighs. Vicki, I really I have 2 Baby Lock. I have the Triumph and the Ovation, and they're combination serger cover stitches, and I love both of them. They are expensive. All right, so June Taylor, you are last week's winner. Oh, good, Daniel. Last week's Tipsy Tuesday winner. So you can email Tiffany over at info@5outof4.com to claim your $15 gift certificate. Oh, that's interesting. has a free arm. I don't think so. I don't know. Good morning, June. I used to have the Janome 900 CPX, and it was a great cover stitch machine for wovens. But the minute I put knits in there, it didn't like seams. It was kind of a headache, not gonna lie. And no, Baby Lock, I actually signed up, or I applied, and they were like, we don't need you. So then I spent my money. All right, so I've talked about my Mia pants. I got to get through this. Yesterday, I went to Joann Fabrics, and it's a trip. It's a good 30-minute trip to get over there, and then, I can't leave without spending $100. So I was there for squirrel costumes for Willy Wonka. It's time that I get started on this. I'm making 10 squirrel costumes, which actually when I'm making them, all I'm doing is adding ears and tails to sweatsuits. So that's pretty easy, pretty good. But then I'm also doing Violet's costume. And so that's going to be the test, y'all. Like I have very firm feelings on this. I want the girl who's playing Violet to be able to set her own inflation off. I don't want her to be reliant on what do you call the Oompa Loompas? You feel me? So we're looking into this. Somebody's calling me again. This time from Colorado. I'm a popular girl, y'all. Actually, it was just more spam. I'm popular with the spammers. But when I got there yesterday, not only was I looking at fur because it's 50% off, and I have to go back today to buy some. They had flannel for $2.99 a yard. $2.99 a yard. Well, when you're working on a flannel pajama pattern for the holidays, $2.99 a yard is awesome. So I spent a lot, and I would show you, but it's already in the wash and dry. So I'm pretty excited about that. I have finished drafting and grading and exporting, which is all new, in my new software, and I'm going to print out my size today, maybe Jenny's size, but probably my size. There you go, Lori. And yes, I'm being reimbursed for costume supplies. Definitely. But I'm gonna sew it up. I'm pretty excited about my new software. It is beautiful. It's so much better than my old CAD software. It's yes, pre-wash with color catchers if you're buying the cheap stuff. Ask me how I know. I wanted to get some like red for just a pop of color around the collar or something like that. I also got some piping, which I'm pretty excited about. That's going to be part of our flannel pajama pattern. How do I wash? I just threw it in the wash with some detergent and towels. I'm not very good at laundry. I'm not the person that asks for laundry. But yeah. So how am I going to make Violet's costume? I think that we're actually going to buy an inflatable pumpkin costume with a fan and batteries. And then I'm going to have a knit dress, I think, with like just pretend buttons down the front and a little Peter Pan collar, I think. Although we're discussing whether or not we want like pants or a dress. I kind of am feeling pants. I'm not like a little pantsuit. What do you call that? The word is escaping me. Oh my gosh, I definitely Jenny also has 6 kids, and I just do wash and dry it multiple times. Whew, I always dry on high. I definitely don't zigzag along the cut edges. A romper, thank you. I'm thinking about doing a romper because I definitely want to get like the waist to expand. But the problem with a romper that's that big, you're gonna have drag lines in the pants. That's not gonna look good. So I'm thinking this through. But I think an inflatable pumpkin costume. At first we were thinking sumo, but that's arms and legs. We just want the belly. So Jenny and I researched this a little bit yesterday. We thought there was a basketball one. There wasn't. But pumpkin, there is. It's not very expensive. It's like $35. So we're going to buy that, and then I'm going to put a dress of some sort over it with like a knit belt over it. And what I would really like, it's going to have a pocket So maybe she can like put her hand in her pocket and turn it on. But she'll take off the belt and it takes up to a minute for it to fully inflate. Maybe 30 seconds. I have to research that somewhere. I'm going to feel horrible if it doesn't inflate one time. I might cry. I am going to cry. Because this is my first time with costumes. I don't even make Halloween costumes if I can avoid it. Stressful, y'all. I love the people who are saying they serge or zigzag the edges of their flannel or cotton. No, I don't do that. Not at all. I just, I complain when there's threads everywhere in my wash and they're wrapped around everything and it didn't get dry and it smells terrible. Are you sensing a theme here? Oh gosh. I'm showing my true self, my true colors. No, I don't have a romper pattern. I started a woven romper pattern a year or two ago. I even made a version of it for kids. A color catcher. It's made by Shout. I'm sure it's terrible chemicals that are killing my brain cells. But when I have new fabric or new clothes, I'll throw one in there. Usually use it for fabric, not gonna lie. Um, my laundry regime consists of getting laundry done. So yeah, it just stops the dye. It soaks up the dye whenever you're washing new stuff. It's nice. It's not foolproof. But it is nice. All right, that's all I got for you today. Make sure. Oh, Wendy asked me a question on YouTube and I missed it. I'm sorry. How are you going to make the dress big enough so it has room to expand, but also make it fit her? So my hope is I'm going to make it fit across the shoulders and the arms, so the sleeves. And even if I cut a swing dress style, it shouldn't look too bad, but I want to use a belt to cinch it in, so it's going to look gathered. If you do a little YouTube on this, you see some pretty ugly stuff out there. Oh, it never gets put away. No, Jenny, I expect my children to do that, and that is a laughable issue. So, Wendy, yeah, I'm just hoping that knit helps, something super stretchy. Like even a rib knit would be nice, but it might be too heavy. I think it's going to have to be trial and error. The girl playing Violet is one of Jenny's friends, and so, I know her. She gets me. She's maybe a little bit bigger than Jenny. I don't know. So yeah, I just got to get started on it. The ones I've seen, I mean, one of them used a woven and it really looked like they cut a rectangle, sewed it up the side, so it didn't even have set-in sleeves, and it just had gathers. And when they're on stage, like I don't think anybody's quite the perfectionist that I am about fit, and so I think I'm gonna have to let a little bit of that go. That's my thought. Or it gets hot on stage under the lights. Ah, see? Huh, good thought. And she has a lot of hair. So yeah, I'm in the brainstorming phase. I'm in the go phase for the squirrels because I tried that out yesterday and I showed it to the director and she okayed it. And I'm gonna knock those out because it's not super challenging. I use color catchers with tie dye too, Stephanie. A gathered circle skirt. Ooh, tiny magnets in the pleats gathers and then they would expand when the costume inflates. I could, but would that mess up the battery pack or anything like that? I don't know. I've never tried that before. Although they're doing Into the Woods, and I don't think I need it for Into the Woods. But at some point, even though I don't have an ice skater, I want to make one of those costumes where they like twirl and like undo, like a Cinderella, like where you go from Cinder to Ella. You feel me? That might be, that is a challenge I want to try. There's 10 squirrels. Yeah. I think I need to let go of a lot with costuming, Lindy. Lindy, did you see? Sorry, I'm going to change gears because you're here. You were what month is it? You were the September challenge winner over in the 5 out of 4 family. So send me a PM so I can get you set up with your Amazon gift card. And congrats. Yeah, Lori says if it looks good from 6 feet away, it's fine. That's going to be tough for me. Right under the armpits. Wait, what did... Oh. There's a lot. Yeah. So, a lot to learn. This is my first time. It could get ugly. We'll see. Yeah. I got a lot of things going on. I'm trying to not get frustrated and just do a little bit here and there. So like with the shirt dress that I was making for Ginny, I had to adjust the bust darts and stuff like that. Um, you know, I just don't want to get frustrated or burnt out. Same with the Mia pants. Like that's a once you've made a lot of them, like it's quick and easy, but it's not exciting. So like I like to change things up. So we'll see. It'll be fun. In knitting, we say, does it look good from 20 paces on a galloping horse? I actually really enjoy that. That's good. I enjoy it. I know when everybody's like, when I move my arms, I get wrinkles. I'm like, well, something's got to give. When you move your arms, you got to get movement from somewhere. All right, I'm going to sign off and feed some children who are not mine. Hopefully, my own children have fed themselves and fed their friends, but I'm going to go check out. Leslie, don't scare me. Don't scare me. All good thoughts. Come on. All right, remember, never stop sewing, never stop growing. Tune in next week. And yeah, go check out the new Edith pattern because it is not going to disappoint. I guarantee it. See you later. Take care.